Tomorrow is the first day of September, which means rosters expand. And according to multiple reports, Ronny Mauricio will be up with the team. So we have a fan question on this, actually. His name is Doug, and he asked, what position would you start Mauricio at? Terry, do you have any idea what you would do?
Well, I certainly wouldn't take Lindor off shortstop. So, you know what? Jeff has such versatility. You know, you could put him at third and put Ronny Mauricio at second base. He's more right now. I'm sure he's probably played more middle infield than he has on the corners. So that might be a spot. But you've got Vientos, so you want to see some action at third base. So again, you can use Jeff in the outfield. Jeff allows you to open up some spots for Ronny. But you might as well take a look at him, and you got to be careful. And one of the things, Michelle, as John alluded to earlier, I was told many, many years ago by one of the greatest managers in the history of the game, be very, very careful what you see in September and what you see in March. So, you know, those guys, nobody knows him. He's brand new. So you got to just let him play, let him go out there and see how he handles things, see how he handles the big stage, all the people. But he needs to be in that lineup.
Harper, what do you expect to see out of him from an offensive standpoint? Like Terry kind of mentioned.
Yeah, it's a great question. As Terry said, September, you know, Mets are out of it. You're not getting maybe the same look you would get if the guy was in a pennant race. But, you know, the big question about him is you talk to a lot of scouts about it. And it's the reason the Mets haven't brought him up earlier is that, he doesn't have great plate discipline. He tends to chase breaking balls out of the zone. They've been worried that he would get exposed by major league pitching a little bit, but now is the time to at least get a look at him and see how he does at that level, because you never know. I mean, Terry's seen this. Some guys, you get to the highest level, and some guys have an ability to kind of raise their game, and some guys don't. So I think you at least get some look and some idea about Mauricio, and then they do have to figure out where he's going to play, because he's been a shortstop his entire career. They tried him in left. Supposedly, I've heard he didn't look comfortable out there. So I would think second base might seem the easiest. You know, it used to be more of a difficult transition sometimes, but for shortstops, because guys coming into them. But you know, the rule now at second base, you're really not getting taken out on the double play the way you used to. So I think it makes sense to start him there. You can play McNeil, move him around a little bit. You got to find out something about Mauricio going into the offseason, because you're going to have some decisions to make about next year.